apply white body paint to your face, neck, and upper body. I'm putting eyeshadow primer on my lids and then going in with a bright yellow in the center of my eyelids. Add a hot pink on either side of the yellow. Then I'm taking a fluffy brush and just blending the color so the line isn't as harsh. Then I'm adding a bright purple on the inner and outer corners of my lid. Using a small fluffy brush, I'm just blending all the colors into my crease. Then I'm adding a little bit more pink just to brighten it up. Using a face paint crayon, I am just filling in my eyes. I'm using a gel liner just to crisp up all the edges and to fill in all the missing spots. Don't forget to set it with some black eyeshadow. Going in with the same black, I'm just working it in the crease to blend the black with all those vibrant colors. For the nose, I'm using black face paint and I'm creating this I'm making a weird M shape, you'll see in a second, and one of the points is actually taller than the other. There, you see it? I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to go on the sides of my nose as well. Just like that, and bring it up to make a nice curved line. Don't forget to go underneath too. Set this with black eyeshadow as well. Starting with the outer petals, I'm taking a flat rounded brush and just pressing it down and dragging it inward. If you choose to do different colored petals, I would recommend choosing a lighter color for the outer petals and then a darker color for the inner petals. In doing so, the ends of the darker petals will blend better into the black. Make sure the petals dry before going on to this next step. I'm taking a yellow and I am just pressing and dragging inward to make these little yellow details on the petals. Again, make sure everything is dry before going on to the next step. We're going to be doing the inner petals now, and I am just choosing a slightly darker color and doing the same technique we did with the pink petals. I bet you had no idea that we were going to do the same thing with the yellow on these petals. Boom, the eyes are done. We're doing a gradient lip that resembles the eyeshadow that we just did, so take a yellow face paint and put it in the center of your lips, and then take that same pink that we used for the petals and put it beside the yellow. Make sure the pink dries just a little bit because you still want it to be wet so you can work with it. What you're going to do is just drag the pink inward to start blending these two colors. Taking the same purple face paint we used for the petals, I'm applying it to the outer corners of my lips. I'm extending the purple beyond my lips to create a really crisp point. I'm using a gel liner just to map out where I want my cheekbones to be. And then I'm going in with a black face paint right over. While the face paint is still wet, I'm going in with a flat brush and just feathering it downward. I'm using the same purple eyeshadow I used on my eyes and just putting it over the black. I'm also extending it a little bit below the black so we have a nice gradient going on. In case you haven't figured it out yet, gradients are kind of a thing for this look. I'm also extending the purple downward a little bit just to look a little bit more chiseled. Next, I'm doing pink petals on my chin. Now, I would recommend doing an odd number of petals. It could be 3 or it could be 5, just because I think an odd number is more pleasing to the eye. While that's drying, I created 2 more flowers on my chest. The black in the center is black face paint, by the way. We're doing the exact same thing on these flowers as we did on our eyes, so you guys know what to do next. Just remember, make sure every color dries before applying the next one. Using a liquid liner, I'm starting from the inner corner of my mouth and flicking a line outward on both sides. I'm painting lines on my lips as well, and as I move outward, I'm also curving those lines outward, just to give an illusion of a fuller lip. I'm going back and making sure that every line is extended past my lips. I'm also making sure that each line has a really crisp point to it. Taking the same liner, I'm creating a spider web on my forehead. I'm putting a dot below my eyes on each side and then one about a centimeter from my spider web. Next, I'm carving out my collarbones, neck, and chest with black face paint and then black eyeshadow. Then I'm going in with the same purple eyeshadow and creating that gradient look that we have in our cheekbones. Lastly, we bedazzle ourselves, so I'm taking a little jewel sequin gem thing and putting it at the tip of my web and on my chin, in the center of the flower, and then on either side of my cheekbones. And I'm using eyelash glue to attach these, by the way. And don't forget the 2 flowers on your chest. And that's it! I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Oh, be sure to leave a comment what you're going to be for Halloween in the comment section below. Have a spooky Halloween!